Doll Shark.
Doll Shark.
Anthony and Mark Polonia movie, directed.
Yeah.
Written by Alan Wyoming.
Sure.
A previous location manager and cinematographer.
Oh, yeah.
So, starring Danielle Donahue. She was Lila. The kid was Dalton. Ryan Dalton. River Dalton. John paying attention.
It's a great name.
Titus Himmelberger, one of the classics. Jamie Morgan, Ken Van Sant. So those are the regulars, the not ready for primetime players. Then there were other people that we did not know.
Yeah.
The mom looked familiar, but the mom is Natalie Himmelberger because she.
Right. Yeah.
I believe that was Natalie Himmelberger. I'm going to have it all wrong. I'll try to make sure it's all correct.
She wasn't. But Natalie was in another...
Yeah, she was in another one. So that's why I was like, I remember seeing her name in the credits. Everyone else I didn't really know. I think we saw one of them in Motorboat, but I don't know their names well enough. And as we mentioned, a glaring omission of Jeff Kirkendall. No Jeff Kirkendall.
No Jeff K. It was, he was missed in this one, I have to say.
But, they brought in, a good heavy hitter of Himmelberger. Titus came in as inspector, delivered some great lines.
Came in and gave you he always gives you everything he's got,
And no beard. Like I'm all in on bearded Himmelberger. Like if it's beard or mustache, 100%.
I think he's 100% when he doesn't have a beard. When he does have a beard, he's like 3,000%.
He's written a backstory. He's written 12-page backstory of his career. Like with the beard, it's like, he's just like, all right, man. Okay, his childhood. Right. No beard, he just kind of comes in and reads the lines.
He comes in and reads the lines. But when with the beard, he's there on off days when he's not, his scenes aren't shooting. He's there. He's ready. He's ready to jump.
He has like workshops with the other actors.
Totally.
Over those 3 days of shooting. Doll Shark is the story of a guy who kills a shark in the rain. Takes the tooth, breaks the tooth off the shark with his bare hands somehow. But movie.
That is what happens.
He jams to mail to his son because his son loves shark. Oh my God, we heard it 7,000.
Something shark swim, something like
swim,
that.
Shark, sink, swim, shark. It's 100 times in this, and I can't.
That's exactly what's on the screen.
So he loves this cartoon, ships it to the kid, and as much joke I'll say right off the bat, River Dalton, he was great. The kid was great. Even if he was terrible, I would not say anything. He's a kid. In this case, he was really good.
It's hard to direct kids like that, and hard for kids to really get it. I mean, especially when you have a couple of days of shooting. Usually, you need more time with kids. But yeah, you can tell he was just good.
Yeah, like he just like whatever they fed him. They was not the drug soup. We'll get to that. Whatever they fed him, like he was actually really solid, and that's usually always a concern. Like, ooh, Doll Shark with a kid lead.
Yeah,
kid was great. And then we'll go with gonna bounce a little bit, but the Doll Shark itself was really good, and then the monster version of the Doll Shark was great.
The monster. I mean, I wasn't expecting it. It was actually very good.
Solid. So what's the story, John? What was Doll Shark about? Damn it, I should have talked first.
It's funny when you were like, Doll Shark is the story of, I'm like...
I think, go on. I'm taking notes for this.
Yeah, I mean, I think you set it up pretty well. And look, it's Doll Shark. We know what it is.
Yeah.
As far as, production value and... quality of story. We're there to see what we always get. So yeah, I mean, you get a zealous fisherman who is, I guess his sort of Moby Dick in a way. It's why am I even talking like this?
Go way too deep. There's a dad.
Dial it back.
In the rain.
There's a dad in the rain on a pier or some piers, depending on what angle.
Depending on the angle, and either by a building, on the water, in the water. around the water.
Somewhere near water.
Yeah.
And there's a shark that sort of the bane of his existence, and he has this harpoon. I don't know that he just he shot in the dark, shot in the water. Yeah, just sort of pokes at the water in hopes to getting the shark, the evil.
Yeah.
100% evil
shark. But we didn't know that, though, right? Like, he's like, I'm going to get you. But we didn't really know the shark was evil in the beginning when it's raining. And...
yeah. Did he say it was evil or no?
I'll check the tape when I'm editing.
Okay.
We'll let you know. But, because he's like, I'm going to get you once and for all. And for some reason, the shark went right up to the pier so he could stab him.
He did have some personal animus with this particular shark. Hence the harpoon. So... kills the shark, extracts the tooth like a fisherman dentist.
Goddamn magic.
And takes it, yanks it out. Yeah. And proclaims to the world and to us that it's a souvenir. Right. No, as he's extracting it, this is going to be a souvenir for my son. I mean, this is... serviceable.
Yeah,
I mean, it's all right.
Yeah,
but the I don't know, the balls on him, to go into a shark's mouth.
Right, when it's barely dead.
When it's barely dead, with 3 or 4 rows of teeth.
Yeah,
shark teeth.
Yeah,
I don't know if something I would do.
Yeah,
but
that's how tough he was.
Sure.
Yeah,
So he takes a large tooth out, and he gets it back home and starts and has a plush shark doll to mail to his son as well. And can't forget the tooth, but to make sure he has a tooth, he takes the tooth and stabs the plush doll with it, and I guess sticks it into the.
Which is, we talked about it. It's like that was, I'm going to give this to my kid as a souvenir, so I am going to jam it and hide it within the stuffed animal so my son never sees it.
Yeah, it just, from that, when he stuck the thing into the that's where it
took a turn for you?
I knew I was in for a ride,
to
say, because it was... I just no rhyme or reason for it. I mean, hey, put it on a chain. We could do something.
Yeah, put it on a chain around the shark and sends it to him, and it's like, oh, I'm gonna wear this or whatever.
But just to here's this pristine plush doll.
Yeah,
and I'm gonna jam a dead shark's tooth. I don't know.
I mean, the hole never comes up. The kid never goes, oh, hey, there's a hole in here. And I get it. We need to get the doll possessed.
Yeah.
And for some reason, that shark in the ocean is evil, and somehow by just taking the tooth out, you extract some of the evil that then goes into the doll. So, like, I get the story beat. I get how, like, if they're sitting in the writer's room, Alan Wyoming sitting in the writer's room by himself, just going, how does this shark get evil?
Yeah.
All right, well, it needs to get possessed from something else. And then it's just like, all right, the father's going to stab a shark. Tooth is possessed, tooth goes into stuffed animal.
Right. And I think one of the benefits of making these types of movies, and not just Mark, but any type of like horror movie where it's just like sort of quote unquote one-dimensional.
Yeah.
And does the thing that we all came for.
Right.
We know that I don't care what you call the shark or what it is today,
right?
But we know it's going to seek revenge, or it's going to exact some sort of rampage against a contingent of people for whatever reason,
right?
And whether it's discerning in that endeavor, who cares,
right?
We just
because you have the land shark, Noah shark, Amityville shark. Ghost shark, virus shark, woke shark. Please tell me you're making woke shark. It's just woke. you have all that. So it's just, it doesn't matter what word you choose to put in front of it.
Yeah.
It's just, you know, the end goal of what it is. That shark is just there to kill people in either the virus way, the Noah shark way, the Amityville way, something.
No, exactly. And so, do we care how? No. So the fact that he stabbed the doll, that even though it's like, really? Look, just okay, we know why you did it.
Yeah.
You know, the thing is evil. You inject evil into this doll, and now it's going to have a murderous rampage.
Yeah.
We're in.
Yeah.
It doesn't really matter. So.
Yeah, all I knew at that point is like, it's possessed, now it's going to kill. I'm in.
Yeah, that's all. That's where we want to get to. We want to start with that.
Yeah.
But we can't. So. Fine. You know. So a lot of things, you know, you sort of have a lot of latitude to just introduce stuff and not really explain it. For instance, the mother, you know, we go to the home, you know, where the kid is, where his son is, and you know, he's mailing this thing to his son, and it has an address on there that looks real, you know, Billsville, Billstown,
for Woke Shark.
Right.
Woke Shark from Billsville.
You can use that one for Woke Shark. Billstown, you know, you go, oh, wow. We discovered there's no Billstown.
Right.
But the address is wrong. And it's just, we didn't even notice that. It's like, why?
Yeah.
Why is it wrong? Just nitpicking. So we get into the house, and you know, here's a kid and his mom is like drunk and drinking and you know, slurring on the phone, and you know, here's this kid with this, you know, haircut that looks like he just came from the barber. You know, sort of a little more good kid, but just maybe a little more taken care of and put together than what would normally be in a house like this with a mother. Like,
how they're portraying the mother, the kid was pretty clean.
He was very clean. Yeah. You know, and it was like, I get it, but it's like, somehow he's doing okay, and he seems to be well adjusted. Yeah. You know? So it's like, he's
a pretty like go with the flow kid.
Yeah, he's like a dream. You know, he's like doesn't throw any tantrums pretty much. No. You just sit him on that couch. He's got his like little plush shark that he likes. That his daddy got him. And
sharks swim something.
Yeah, and he watches it all the time. This thing on loop, and he's fine. Yeah, sated. And then, you know, the mom, you know, she's kind of mean to him for some reason. I mean, she's drunk, but still, it's her son. I mean, I don't know why everybody sort of her, and then everyone seems to throw all their baggage or whatever onto him. Yeah, poor kid, but
who's done nothing wrong.
Nothing, and you know, she of course has a boyfriend. Yeah. Bad boy. Yeah. Who she's going to go off, you know, for 3 days with. You know? I mean, for what reason? We don't know why. In terms of, you know, what it does for the story. It's like, why did she leave? We don't know. Right. But she leaves with her boyfriend, who is like, you know, that was the one moment that was. I mean, this is not really a stereotypical kind of movie, doll shark. Yeah. But you know, the boyfriend comes to the house, stays in the car, and just lays on the horn. You know,
and it's like 65 Mustang. It's like it's so almost perfect. Like that is such a like trope. Yeah. That was it. Just like you never saw his face. No. Just shows up with his, you know, in his like it was a red. You know, maybe it was a red 65 Mustang, and you're just like, this guy's a dick. Totally. Yeah. Never even saw him, never had one line of dialogue, nothing, but you're like, I know who this guy is.
No, he just... Did we see him, like, insert of him laying on the horn?
Oh yeah. Well, there was like a hand and then like a silhouette. You never saw who it was. So was it Mark Polonia?
It could have been, but it's that one was I can't keep him waiting. That sort of thing. So she tells it. I was like, first it was like, wait, who's gonna watch the kid? Is she really just gonna leave the kid with no? But no, she brought in a babysitter.
Yeah.
It was terrible to the kid. Just terrible. As far as I'm concerned, for like no reason, because the kid doesn't do anything. Like he's a nice little kid. Yeah,
and I think we mentioned it was like. It should have been like, because she kept referring to her as a babysitter, and it's like, it should have been an aunt or something. Someone who knows that, for us as an audience, knows that she just doesn't like this kid for some reason. It cramps her style and never liked the husband or something. But it's just like some babysitter, the minute she walks in, now listen to me. It's like, why? Like, why is she so mean right out of the gate? And like, there's just no reason. There's no reason to have a mean mom and a mean babysitter. You have to have one or the other.
Right.
It just seems like then this kid's just getting dumped on the whole time.
Yeah, and so that's why, for that reason, it's for him to get dumped on all the time. Hey, there's been some kids in movies you're like, but no, they're kids. You shouldn't do that. But this kid, it's like, I just don't understand why are you being so mean to him? Like he's so quiet and off in the corner doing his thing, and he's not bothering anybody.
He's not running in like interrupting phone calls or just trying to be loud or anything. He's just like, look, I just want my plush shark, and I just want to just watch a show and maybe either have lunch or dinner at whatever time it was. It was noon, it was 10, it was sometimes 6, sometimes it was day, sometimes it was night. Never knew what time it was.
It was all over the place. You needed maybe a script continuity person.
Or don't show clocks.
Yeah, the clocks. I clocked a lot of clocks in this movie.
Yeah.
I mean, clocks everywhere. And I get it, it's someone's house.
Yeah.
And and people put up clocks. I mean, this was a lot. It's a lot of clocks.
Especially when it was like one was like noon and it was like, what's for dinner? Are you that... Wait, are you prepping? Because you were just... Wait, I thought lunch was coming up.
I know. And then it was, 1 or 2? And she's like, I'm going to make lunch in a minute. And you were like, wait, when's lunch? It's already...
Because they had, like, woken up at, like, 10 or something.
Poor kid's not eating.
He's got no sleep schedule. The kid's all over the place.
Man. Yeah, I just... It's... I can't remember when the first... time the shark turns into the we get the shark and it's this nice little plush shark, and then when it's about to kill it turns into this other plush shark, but it's like an evil version of it,
right?
Which is done very well,
which I was surprised because the first kill was the dog, the ferocious dog that was on 2 leashes, and the dog was like
70 or 100, you said.
Yeah, this dog looked really barely walking, so gray. Cute dog, but like it was just like, this dog is not vicious at all. And then he goes to go to the door, and you just see the puppet move, and then it's implied that, he killed the dog. So it's like at that point, I was like, oh, okay, so this is how the puppet is going to kill. It's just or not puppet, it's just a stuffed animal.
Yeah.
But when it did that first change, it was like, oh, but someone built this.
Right.
Someone spent the time and made Doll Shark.
No, totally. And it, that one, I'd have to say, money well spent.
Yeah.
Because it just, look, it's Doll Shark. We know it's
we keep having this conversation. We keep referring back to, it's like, this is Doll Shark.
Yeah.
We just got to keep everything in perspective when we talk about it.
Exactly. So we know that, come on. We know what we are.
Yeah.
But I'd have to say, not that we need to compare anything, but in Motorboat, when like this whole thing changed, it was like it was something different and something. So it just didn't. I'm not going to say suspension of disbelief. I mean, disbelief is happening.
Yeah.
But the fact that she can be consistent about like the nice shark and then the evil one.
Yeah.
When it changes, it's like, okay, we know where we are. We know it's evil now, so it's going to kill.
Right.
Forgot about the dog. Yeah. Sorry, dog. But yeah, it was like, why?
I know they had this like ferocious fighting, and then you cut the dog, and the dog's like, I'm old. Yeah. I am really old.
It's just like, why? And so we get the idea that for some reason this shark is protecting the kid, and like we said, maybe it's because the kid shows it love. It sees the shark has a sort of blue streak of recognition for heart.
Yeah.
And he sees that the kid has a heart.
Yeah.
And he sees that the other people are heartless. I don't know.
Yeah, like he's a good soul, and everyone around him needs to die. Although that wouldn't explain like the neighbors that die in the pool, because then that's just random. That was when we first saw it change. Because I think the first people that when we first saw it change, because Lila, right? The babysitter?
That's the babysitter.
Yeah, Lila, the babysitter, spent 15 minutes making a peanut butter jelly sandwich.
She spent so much time.
While on the phone.
Yeah.
So much time making that peanut butter jelly sandwich. And Doll Shark, that was also the thing. She mentions, while she's on the phone, that the dirtbag neighbors are in the pool all the time, even though it's the first night for the babysitter to be there. So obviously she's been there before.
Right.
And then Doll Shark changes, but doesn't kill. I thought that was when she was going to kill, the Doll Shark was going to kill the babysitter. But it goes, no, I'm going to go outside and kill the neighbors for some reason.
Yeah.
Because it wouldn't have been, one thing if the kid was tossing and turning, I can't sleep because of the neighbors. Doll Shark kills neighbors or something. It kills the woman in the pool, and then the guy in the shed while he goes change. For no reason, because if it's midnight, just change at the pool. Yeah. Because weren't they married or something?
Yeah.
Implied.
It was. Yeah, I don't get it either, and I don't know.
Doll Shark. I know we got to keep remembering Doll Shark, but go ahead.
No, I just think it's. You make a great point. I think it's for me. I think it's easy, right, to establish some sort of rules. Like, look, if the shark, maybe he's not, but if the shark is protecting the kid, then just be consistent about and write it so that these people are sort of like either being mean to the kid or somehow being mean and nasty untoward to the kid or something like that. Yeah. And you're protecting the kid. Yeah. But when it's like random, it's like, hey, it's Doll Shark, but like it just goes off and just kills randomly. It's like, well, what? Even in that moment, just sort of visually, like I'm not. Yeah. I'm sort of taken out of that because I'm like, well, because I think we as people want these sort of rules, and when they're not there, it's like, well, what? Well, then why does that person live? Yeah. Why does that? Why is it like a random? I don't know. Because there are a couple of things we go, oh, okay, that person's been mean to him. So.
Yeah, the people at the pool didn't deserve to die. Yeah. Sorry, people at the pool, you should have lived.
They didn't deserve to die. Sorry.
They did nothing wrong. They were just at the pool at midnight.
Yeah. Sure.
They were at the pool at day for night.
Yeah. Sometimes it's day for night, sometimes it's night.
Yeah, it depends.
Yeah. I mean, so he growled at Lila. Lila,
I think?
Yeah, but she never...
Yeah, wait, that was John's big thing is, do we hear the noises the shark makes? Because no one seemed to ever hear it, like when it would change and go, and you're like, no one went, what's that? It was just sort of like making noises.
Yeah, and you would think that you'd want... Yeah, this is part of the menace of the doll shark. Is the guttural,
Every time you say it, I realize what we're talking about. Anytime you the doll shark, it's like, all right, doll shark.
It's like you would want. Okay, he growls and like I'm coming to get you. Right. I am a doll, but I am a shark. I can move and I can kill, and I'm growling. Right. But is the growling for us because there are people in close proximity to this, but they don't hear anything. Right. or is the growl like heightened for the movie?
Right.
And in actuality, if you went to the house, it's like,
yeah, there's nothing.
It's like,
well, it is a stuffed animal. It can't make any
right.
noise.
So I don't know.
There were multiple things. We'll cover a couple of things. One, the mom didn't need to leave. Based on the movie as a whole, because we watched it, obviously, we watched the whole thing. The mom leaves to get the babysitter there, but the mom never had to leave because the mom and the babysitter were both terrible people.
Yes, it was equally shitty. Yeah.
And if the mom died, you would have been okay. It doesn't matter because the dad's still around. But, like, there was no reason to get a babysitter to the house. Like, the mom could have just been there going, I have friends coming over. Or something. Like, you could have still played, the whole movie could have still played out exactly the same without the mom leaving. That was a trope. It's like you didn't need, that didn't bring anything to the table. That was gripe one. Oh, no, I'm just kidding. No,
okay.
No, that was one of those things where it's like, normally in a very cookie cutter way, the mom would be terrible, leave, but the babysitter would be nice to protect the kid. That would be the trope. Or the mom's nice and leaves because she has to go out of town, and the babysitter's mean. But by both them being mean and neither of them serving any purpose, it's like, I didn't need it. Because then the mom could have said all the same lines. Oh, those neighbors are up late again. And if the mom is already going to be leaving town to go with a boyfriend, she would invite friends over. Right. Like you could have still had everything without the mom. And it's not like that was a big story point, and not like the mom never comes back. Spoilers. Never comes back.
Never.
We never hear from her again because it's been 3 to 1 day. I don't know like how long. She was supposed to be gone 3 days, but I don't know if it was 1 day in movie time or 5 days the movie. I don't know. Right. It was always day or night in this movie. True. Then one of the best things that happened in this movie was the minute they leave to go grocery shopping, the robber pops up to go rob the house.
Yeah.
And that was a delight.
Oh my God.
Because he chose to burgle all the wrong stuff. He just took a phone, not the phone.
Just the handset, yeah.
Took some Febreze, took some letters. Like, he was literally the worst burglar known to man.
Took, like, what, 3 pieces of women's clothing or something?
Like, and then held up like I think it was like a hospital gown, but like a nurse's wardrobe or whatever. I don't know why I can't think of the word. Like, whatever the schmuck or whatever. Hold up and went, great!
Yeah,
and
score!
Score! And it was just like, you're the worst burglar.
Terrible.
Like, it was just like it was eating a donut, but it works. Like, he kicks the doll shark, then the doll shark kills him.
Yeah.
Perfect. Makes complete sense. And then the friend comes over to, have their party.
Natural walk.
In the way, like, I like Jamie or whatever, but for some reason, it was the way she walked, looked like she's never walked before, and I don't know if it was just the way the wine was before. I don't want to make fun of people. It's hard.
No, I don't. And she's a staple.
Yeah, she's a staple.
She was in Motorboat, right?
She was in Motorboat, yeah.
Yeah, I thought she was.
She walked fine. In Motorboat, she had that long walk, but it was just this walk towards camera just seemed.
No, that's what I'm saying. Because maybe she was directed to do, or maybe she her character, maybe something was different because it's not what we're used to seeing. That's all.
Because also the dad walked a little weird too. It was like everyone didn't know how to walk in this movie.
Yeah, there was something in the walking. Yeah.
But, so she comes, breaks into the house because no one tries the door.
Everybody thinks it's fine just to break in.
Shark kills kills friend. Lily maybe, and then the 2 guys that were coming over kills the 2 guys who decide, let's just break into the house and surprise the girls.
Right.
But the best 2 parts of there's 2 parts of that scene that are the best. One, they walk up the house without going to the door and go, doesn't look like they're here. You didn't go to the door. You didn't ring the doorbell. No. Maybe the light isn't on, but there was no assumption of anything, and no one has cell phones for the most part in this movie, except. Although Lily had a cell phone who was looked like she was Googling something while she was on the phone.
True.
And then the scene prior to that where Himmelberger, Inspector, is in a parking garage, like at a mall or something, with his flashlight. 2 guys walk by and he goes, "Hey, where are you guys going late?" And they're like, "We're going to a house down the street." But they're in a mall. Like, they're not a mall, but they're in some building that wasn't a house.
In the parking garage or basement or wherever it was, but not a house.
Not a house.
Definitely not.
And then they just walk away and then they're at the house. And it's like, why is this scene shot here? But I also get it too. You're shooting, if you're in a neighborhood, you know, they're shooting at that house because I'm guessing that's Mark's house maybe. Is that your house? They just can't like shoot at night in front of someone else's house with this guy, because then they would have to say, "Hey, we're going to be shooting our movie," or whatever. Or maybe they would. I don't know. But it's just like, it was a good place to put it, but it was also like, "Hey, we're going to a house down the street," and you're like, "You're in a mall. Like, where are you?" And we've seen that street on both angles. There's no mall within a house distance away.
Not at all.
I thought, you know, all the kills were all exactly the same. You know, the doll and camera shake, and then digital blood on the wall.
Just thrown at the
on the wall. But then we get to the end of the movie. Popeye or whatever his dad's name is goes, "I have to go see my kid. I have a gut feeling I can't get him on the phone," which is now back after not being burgled. Because the phone was stolen, but then the phone was back.
Yeah.
Well,
I guess they could have had multiple handsets, but, you know.
Or the shark put everything back. I'm going to place everything back where we are.
That's true.
Shark goes into the bedroom, or it's chasing Inspector through the house. Mm-hmm. And we get to the bedroom, kicks open the door, stabs it with a bamboo stick. But that was also that scene where the kid, Popeye, and Himmelberger were not in the same room at the same time, because there was no interaction and everything was so separate. And then he takes the tooth back somehow. And then
somehow he does,
takes the natural tooth back, throws it back in the water. Sequel. But then we should go back to who's taking care of the kid. Everyone in the house was killed. The inspector is going to leave with his, stuffed animal.
Right.
The dad just leaves to throw the thing, but the kid's just on its own. So we just assume the mother came home in a day or so.
We assume, yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully. I don't know.
Oh, what else? It's so weird because everything just pops in. The babysitter is going to have friends over, but doesn't want the kid involved, so she drugs his soup.
Right. We forget that one. Yes.
Literally has syringes, drugs into the soup to knock him out for 24 hours.
Yeah. 24 hours, and this kid is just eating his soup like he's never eaten anything before. Maybe he hasn't.
Oh, yeah, because every time he's like, "When's lunch? When's dinner? When's anything? I need food.
I know.
I'm a kid." But I think what was so funny about that was that she disliked the kid for being annoying, and the kid was never annoying.
Never annoying.
Literally could have said, "I'm having friends over. You have to be in your room." Kid probably would have went, "All right."
Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. Like,
okay.
I was like, why is she drugging? The kid is literally the quietest, most self-sufficient kid ever. It's like, I'm having a few friends over. All right, I'll go to my room.
The real victim is the kid. Like, everyone around him's crappy. Everyone around him dies. The mom's not home, and the dad's like, "Well, I saved my kid, but now
I'm going back to...
I'm going back to fishing."
That one little thing where he looks out on the ocean.
I look out the ocean with all the, the ships and the oil rigs and all that, but I'm going to cut back to my cinder block building. And he throws the tooth.
Yeah.
And it's like, what are you doing?
This is, it's like, who is taking care of it? I mean, even when she's home, she's not really taking care of it.
Yeah, she's not taking care of it because she's drunk on wine the whole time. And the kid's taking care of the mom. And
Rosé all day.
Rosé all day. These are my favorite Mark Polonas. And Anthony, sorry, giving credit to Anthony and Mark Polonas. There's so much in it thrown at you for an hour and 12 minutes that you just sort of like, you're overwhelmed and it's just like nothing makes sense anymore. And that's what's fun about it. Like, I really did like Motorboat. Motorboat was very cohesive, but a lot of just like open shots of people walking and not, you're like, okay, this looks good. Like, I thought Motorboat actually was shot a little better. Like, I thought it looked richer in a way. I know, Motorboat and Dark Shark or whatever. But with this is like, it's what we loved about like Sharkenstein when we first saw it. There was just like Oh, the mom's a drunk? Why is the mom the drunk? Oh, the mom's leaving. Babysitter there. Babysitter's terrible. She's making a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. The friend's coming over. Everyone's just breaking in the house. How murder? The doll's turned into a shark. Like, there's just... You're just iterating with so much stuff that... That's what makes it fun. I think this would be like... I would say Doll Shark is like a top tier of the Polonias. Like, I would say Doll Shark would be like the top and... Not ranking in any way, but I would say like... Dune World, if you remember Dune World, would be closer, not to the bottom, but like those are the ones where it's like it's relying a lot on like everyone just walking on like green screen, but nothing feels there's almost too much weird about it that doesn't work. Like Doll Shark works because there's a lot happening, and they're just throwing like there's a vicious dog, but the dog's 100. You know, there's just so many. There's someone that's robbing, but I'm going to steal Febreze and a phone. Like, I think that's what makes it fun. It's just there's so much chaoticness that all of a sudden it's an hour and 12 is already over, and you're just like, oh, what just happened?
Right. Yeah. I mean, you're right though. There's so much, so much that we talked about, and then we forgot about the fact that the kid had drank drug soup.
Yeah, and that was like the biggest thing. We're watching, going, this is insane, and then like we already forgot about it.
And you're thinking about the kid, and you're like, the kid just doesn't know what's going on because his fight kind of knew what way he was going to be betrayed and the stuff he's going to be around. Maybe he'd been like, I don't know.
Yeah.
But, when she put that syringe into that soup, I was like, is this really, am I watching? Is that?
It took that level. It was like, because we didn't watch Noah Shark, right? Together. I don't think we did.
Yeah, maybe you talked about it.
That was the one where Jamie Morgan was in that, like, all of a sudden she was nude. I think that was the one where, like, like her top came off or something. It was like, and it was so weird to see nudity in a Polona film that, like, it was like the drugs being in the soup, like, oh, you're doing things I'm not used to, like, that were just so outside the realm of this world that you just sort of, and you sort of forget about it. Because I remember at the end of, like, I think it was Noah Shark. I don't remember. One of them. One of the shark ones. That when that happened, it's just so, like, mind-blowingly different that you're just like, I don't, what did we just witness? That's why we almost forgot about the drug soup. Because that was the biggest thing. It's like, oh, I picked something up for this kid. And we're like, what are we doing? Like, and it's just syringing into the soup. Like, this is insane.
That's crazy. I mean, I couldn't believe. Yeah, it was a little too much. Can we just say worst babysitter ever? I mean,
worst babysitter, yeah.
I mean, if you even drunk, I'm the mom. I'm gonna drug your son.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be shitty to him. I'm gonna basically traumatize him, like from minute one.
Yeah.
It's like, why even agree to do it?
Yeah, like they come over and it was never just like, look, I know you don't like her and I'm not a big fan, but mommy needs to get away.
Right.
No, it's just like, Lala's coming over. This is great.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my God, you're the worst mom. Like, worst mom. It was the one movie we watched. Worst dad ever. Oh, the Michael Caine
Best
movie.
Dad, Worst Dad. Yeah.
Yeah, Best Dad, Worst Dad. It's like he's the worst dad ever. But yeah, like it was like the worst mom and the worst babysitter ever.
Yeah.
And like there's something more to that almost. There's a whole movie with that whole trope you could do.
I mean, you titled a movie "Worst Mom, Worst Babysitter Ever." I'm in.
It's like, and it has a killer doll shark. All right, I'm all in.
Wow.
Or they title it like "Worst Babysitter Ever," and it's about the doll shark. You're like, I don't know why this title doesn't match, but I'm all in.
And worst robber ever.
Yeah, exactly. Like the phone robber. Like, what is this guy doing? Like, you're not going to make any money. You're just grocery shopping.
You don't know anything about you've never robbed anything, have you? This is just.
You think they just let him go? It's like, okay, rob what you would take.
Yeah.
Oh, I would take a bone. I'd take some letters.
They're behind the thing. Like, really? Like a phone? What about you can't. What are you gonna do with that?
Like not even going through like a bag or like a purse or something. It's just
money, no nothing.
Sweet, a phone that won't work if I just take it on its own.
Let me just take things of no value.
I'm like the opposite of Robin Hood or anything. I am just like, I'm taking things you're not gonna miss.
Right. Exactly. I got your Febreze. Okay, I'll just go buy another.
Or you just come home. I thought I had some Febreze. I'll put it on the shopping list. Yeah. The unknown robber. He's just going to take stuff that you're not going to miss or notice. And most importantly, Cameo, the Kia Soul, makes Cameo again.
Kia Soul, it's strong. It's just like support.
Yeah, like you see it and you're like, oh, all right. If I can't have Jeff Kirkendall, I need the Kia Soul.
Exactly.
If I don't have either of those, I'm not watching your movie.
Absolutely. But I mean, I think the best cameo though was your cameo. Right?
Yes, I did contribute to the Indiegogo for Picture in Movie. I am labeled as Picture in Movie. If you go to my IMDb, my third IMDb, because I have my producer IMDb.
Oh, so you separated?
No, it's all separated. I've never been able to merge them. So I have all my work as a PA, post coordinator, post supervisor.
Really?
As one, and then when I got my first associate producer credit, it gave me
a new one.
Yeah, so I'm Robert Bowles 2, 3, and 4 now, I think. So I'm not even Robert Bowles 1. Hell, I should be the only one.
John McCoy 8. So.
Oh, nice.
But it's my name.
So yeah, like I tried to merge them and they wouldn't. So it's like I have my sort of production credits, and then I have my producing credits, which are my real job, and then now I have acting credit. So I'm wondering if I sign up to IMDb Pro, which I can get through a discount through the Producers Guild. Mm-hmm. I wonder if then I can reach out and go, can you merge I would like to just have one.
I think you can. You can.
Oh, okay. I think you can ask on your own, but I think maybe if I had IMDb Pro, I could since I'm paying for it, go, look, these 3 accounts are mine.
Yeah.
So, sidebar, that had nothing to do with anything. Go to my IMDb. I'm 3 out of the 5 Robert Bowleses.
Dominating.
I'm dominating. Maybe I'll just keep adding to them. The more IMDb pages, the better. Yes, I am photo and movie, or picture and movie, and I have an acting partner of Titus Himmelberger, another great scene partner, like Jeff Kirkendall in Motorboat.
Really good scene partner.
I'll post the photo and the screen grab from it, because I kind of don't know what was on it. It was mostly oh, there's me.
Yeah.
And I think it was I didn't do Crooked Hat like I did in Motorboat as an homage to the other one, but this was just me by water, and I figured it was going to a shark movie, so it was me next to water. That makes sense. Trying to help the story.
Pretty good pick too. I mean, there was other writing and stuff on it that I guess it was for.
I was
detective, inspector.
Yeah, I think maybe I was Perp 1 or something. Maybe. Maybe that's what I want to be called, Perp 1. Or
Perp 1. You should lobby to get that picture in the movie change to Perp 1.
Get my IMDb Pro all over it, reaching out to everyone, reaching out to Ron Bonk and Polonia. It's look, he's Perp 1, and that's what he
campaign. Yeah.
And it's he can't be any lower than 5th position.
Oh, that contract is definitely being drawn up for sure.
Credits are their own beast. Anyone who's actually done credits are their own.
They are
first position, but no less than 3rd position, and it's and then you get 3 people that are first position only. So you're just let's put you all in one position, but it can't be a shared card. It's shared card, first position, alphabetical. No, it's like a puzzle. All right, that's shop talk. That's fun, but we have no shop now because of the writer's strike.
We have no shop.
We have no shop. Well, I'm ending that because that's my favorite line now. We are no shop. We have no shop. Doll Shark, 10 out of 10. just 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
It's always just anytime I have this much fun, it's 10 out of 10. Go to apocalypticshow.com, Instagram, Twitter, it's because John Rob, which I might just try to merge to Post Apocalyptic. I think I can change it.
Just merge that. Just call IMDb Pro.
It's going to we're going to be because John Rob 1, 2, 3, 4, just like my IMDb. Thank you, Mark and Anthony Polonia, for giving us some good stuff.
Thank you.
Always fun, but put Kirkendall in everything. I don't care if he has another job.
Yeah, let's get him back.
Get him back. Although there's 10 more Polonia movies coming out. For sure. I'm sure he's back. I hope you guys mended fences from the riff you had from Motorboat. It's like making some.
I know you just.
It was all about Billstown, Pennsylvania. Something happened there. Thank you again for watching Post Apocalyptic Show. Thank you, everyone. Comments below and everything and
all that. Smash button. As they say.
We have no show.
We have no show.
Take care.
Yeah. How the hell we almost forget about that?